Hey everyone. In today's video, I'm going to talk about something that I'm sure everyone sees quite a bit when working in Excel, and that's nested if formulas. Oftentimes, we will run into situations where we have a nested if formula that seems to be growing longer and longer as we try to make our models as dynamic as possible. To make these nested if formulas more manageable from the standpoint of auditing a file and for readability purposes, I'm going to show you a simple trick you can incorporate into your files. So here on my screen, I have a very simple cost of goods schedule for 5 different products that are located in different warehouse locations. The nested if formula I have is in column E, freight and storage, and that's driven by the warehouse location that I have in column D. Now, you may look at this and say, well, you could just create a simple lookup table for your warehouse locations and that will give you the correct cost. And that is what I would probably recommend in this situation. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to focus on situations where you are still maintaining a nested if formula. So as you can see, when I click on this cell right here, the readability of this formula is not great. And once you start throwing in some and plus or statements, it can get even more challenging to read. So here's a simple trick you can use to improve the readability of the formula. I'm going to go into the formula bar right here, and right before the second instance of if, I'm going to put my cursor right there, and then on my keyboard, I'm going to hit Alt plus Enter. You'll see that I've now shifted the rest of the formula to a new line. And that's already looking much better than what we started with. So now I'm going to continue doing that in the rest of the formula bar, putting my cursor immediately before each instance of if and hitting Alt plus Enter on the keyboard. So now, when we look at this formula, you'll see it is much easier for someone to open this file and follow the logic being used. I hope this was helpful and stay tuned for more tips and tricks.